evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Boomer Shooter Showdown. This is episode 19. Today, we are going to rate a handful of new Boomer Shooters to add to our list. Our list, which currently contains 54 games. At the top of our list currently sits Bungie's masterful first-person shooter, Marathon, followed by id's seminal Doom, followed by the modern retro shooter Amid Evil, the LucasArts classic Star Wars Dark Forces, and in the Black Horse, is that the right saying? Black Horse? Sure. Dark Horse? It's been too long since I was in Kentucky. In our unexpected 5th position is Iron Angel, The Apocalypse, The Return from 3DO. At the bottom of our list is The Fortress of Dr. Radiaki, followed by Operation Body Count, Legend of the Seven Paladins, and 2 Catacombs games. I had a little bit of an issue setting up today's stream. I was first going to look at Killing Time, which was another 3DO game. But I realized while looking into some of the history and stuff that there's actually going to be a remaster of that by Night Dive. And considering how great their remaster of Dark Forces was, I thought, you know what? We should probably wait for that to come out before we do Killing Time. So I cut that. Then I was going to do William Shatner's Tech War, but let's just say the final sequence of that game, sequence is maybe underselling it. The final, half an hour, 45 minutes, much longer if you don't know what you're doing of that game, is this nightmare-inducing, terrible thing that would likely make it drop down in the rankings all the way to, possibly the bottom 5. But I'd have to play through the whole rest of the game to get there, and I really, really, really don't want to do that. Nor do I have such a save file, ready to go. So I realized I needed to hold and see if I could find a save file that would let us load to that final section after we played some stuff at the beginning, so that we could see that and fairly judge the game based on its entirety and not just the earlier segments, which, while still terrible, are not terrible on anywhere close to the same level as that final sequence. So with those two out of the way as potential options, mere seconds ago, I pulled up my list of games I have ready and found Island Peril, released in 1995. I will read you off the description here. As a recently retired crime fighter, Dick Danger is just lounging at home on his birthday when suddenly he receives a phone call from the evil boss, in quotes, who has just got out of prison. Swearing revenge, he has the player's girlfriend, Samantha Smith, aka Sweet Cheeks, and taken her to Lorgina Island. Dick Danger must land on the island armed only with a pistol and shoot his way through the minions of the evil boss. Yep, that's the real actual description. So we're gonna play this damn game. See what it is. I think I've played this like once in my life before. So my apologies to Island Peril if it also has some weird sequence at the end, but I'm pretty sure it's terrible the whole way through, so I don't think it's gonna change it that much. Let's take a look at our options here. Sure. There are full motion videos in this game, so we'll leave those on at least for the moment. Let's see if help and info can tell us anything about... Yes, that's what I want. Tab is a map. Plus to increase screen size. Movement keys are the arrows or the right mouse button. All right. Let's give it a shot. All right. Oh, this mouse look is very unfortunate in its lack of sensitivity. Hold on. And the fact that I would have to... Yeah, this is not gonna work. Say control, or is it this control this fire? Oh, that's even worse. So it insists on right control as the fire button if I'm using the keyboard. So that's just bad controls. And is right shift what? Oh, this is all not good. This is all bad. Everything about this control scheme is terrible. Why would you do this? This is exceptionally uncomfortable to play. Who's shooting me? I think there's some sort of use key I could hit and find secrets. I got 1 armor from that. Oh my gosh. Let's just go to the options one more time and make sure there is no... Oh, well, there is a way to adjust this, but that doesn't seem like anywhere near enough to actually matter. Yeah. All right. See if do I have my... Okay. I have just manually upped the DPI of my mouse. That also solves the problem, not in a pleasant way, because now what... Can I interact with this somehow? Clearly, yes. What did that do? I'm guessing there was meant to be a cutscene there. I found a yellow rain slicker. It gave me 21... No, it gave me 200 armor? Jeez. Only all rain slickers were so protective. Who's shooting me now? Who's shooting me now? You need the green key. Okay. Look for it. How could anyone have possibly, like... This is a modern gaming mouse I'm using, which is giving me just enough movement to be able to play this. I can't imagine how I could possibly have had any level of success with, like, a rollerball mouse in the 90s. And even still, I'd have to, like, manually go in and adjust my settings to get the sensitivity high enough to actually make this feel good. And again, this is like a very, very high-end mouse I'm using that even gives me the option to do this, and is, you know, a good enough mouse that I don't even have it set anywhere close to its maximum settings because I don't need it, but holy shit, why would you do your mouse controls like this? And how could anyone possibly succeed in the game where the controls are this bad? See, is there a living person here? Oh, there, I see you. I can't shoot up. Not easily, at least. What the? Getting shot. Great, I have 1 health and 1 armor. And I'm dead. Oh boy. This is not a pleasant experience whatsoever. Make sure I don't have one higher setting on my mouse. I do. Ah, thank God. It's gonna make this mouse zoom across the screen as soon as I'm done with this, but it seems I did smartly set up an ultra high speed setting for just such the scenario. So, good on me. But this is Logitech's G Pro, I believe it's called. It's like their highest end mouse. That's like, you know, I don't know, $150, $200, something like that. So unless you have a super, super high-end mouse like I happen to, good luck playing this game with mouse controls. I would borderline say it's impossible. There's a dude over here, right? We have 5 health. You know, I turned the full motion video. I wonder if I turn them off, if it will give me some sort of secondary option. Here to tell me what it would have told me. Nope, don't have a choice. Okay. There's supposed to be full motion videos in this game. I feel like I've seen them before too, so I don't even think they're like impossible to view in the modern day. So I definitely would never have played this as a child. And I'm fairly positive I've played at least a small amount of this game before in my life. Found some coins. No indication of what the coins get me, but I found them. Whoa, is there a dude in here? Yes. This game really needs to do better about, you know, either letting me aim up and down with the mouse instead of hitting whatever they wanted me to hit, page up or page down or what have you, or, you know, just do it for me like most other damn games do. Found the red key. I not know. But this one. Nope, those aren't real doors. Alright, let's go back up and open the red door, which I think was in here. Back here where the red door was? No, that was the green door. And we encountered the red door already. Oh, I remember. It was back behind... Oh, where was that? There's a... Nope, that's jump. That's not run. Well, at least I found the jump button. Could be helpful at some point. Here it is. Who's behind here? Red door. Ah. I found a green key. Success. It's all looking up. Is there quick saves in this? Let's do a full save instead. What did I say round was? Oh yeah, it was right shift. Well, at least I can hit that while I'm using my mouse with my other hand. Still, this whole thing is still ridiculously uncomfortable to attempt to do, but at least slightly doable. Let's use the shotgun. See if that does any better for us. Okay. Whoops, sorry. Holding down too many buttons at once just to move forward. In too many different abnormal positions that I'm not used to. Mojo. Okay, we survived the room this time. Can you shoot me while not even facing me? Or is there someone else shooting me? Assume there's still no video here. I don't know if I somehow managed to not download the video files, or if this is a rendering issue with having this on DOSBox, but yeah, couldn't really tell you. Excuse me. I just want to point out that that red armored suit gave me half the health of a yellow raincoat. A raincoat. Only all raincoats had such protective power. Think what type of world we'd live in. Some food. There's some money. Here's that yellow raincoat I was talking about. Is this the end of the level? Great. Okay. Pump up. Oh, that gave me like double health. Is that guy not trying to shoot me for some reason, or I'm very confused. Seems I can't have more than 100 coins. I need the red key. Oh. Someone shot me. Oh, there you are. Is there a flamethrower around here? This looks like a flamethrower. Great. Who's shooting me now? Oh. That was not at all what I was expecting that to do. Good thing we found the jump button earlier. I would have been stuck here for a long ass time. That's a hell of a map. Okay. Whoa. And we teleported there for a minute. So now I'm walking along this back path. Right, right, understood. What do I do with money?
Mojo.
Don't shooting me again. This isn't good. Okay, can't go that way. Still maximum health and money. I'm just going to take one more look down here because I don't know what else to do at this point. Got some shotgun shells. Doesn't seem like I can interact with anything down here. Let me try hitting on these pillars and see if that does anything. No. There's no, like, shop. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Located in each of the locales, the coin op kiosks are your best source for extra ammo. Are those the things that didn't work, maybe? So that's just for getting me extra ammo. Okay. Understood. So next time we find one of those, I'll just hit 1 through 4 until we've, you know, stopped filling ammo. Not that there seems to be a shortage of ammo or anything, mind you. Oh. Come back down.
Mojo.
Found the red key, guys. I had to kill this racist caricature before I could make use of it, but, found it. Red key, does it show that on the map by any chance? Only we were so lucky. No, of course not. Let's see. Is this the one that needed the red key? Yep, sure is. Great. You walk very, very slowly. Wonder if, like, caps lock isn't always run. Nope. That would have been nice. Oh my. Is this... I guess that's not an enemy. You know, I know I chose the easy difficulty, so I shouldn't be complaining. But this is exceptionally easy for a game from this era. I mean, I guess I say that, but if I didn't have a mouse that was a modern mouse, it would be damn near impossible. So I guess maybe I'm judging it unfairly from the perspective of someone who can actually aim, when if I was actually playing it, I would not be able to. I don't know how we're going to take that into account when it comes to ranking it, but that's my assumption here. You know? Like, I can't tell if this... Okay, it is an enemy. He just takes a really long-ass time to decide to shoot you. Oh, I found it. Let's spend all my money. Success. I should have so much ammo for all my guns. Let's see. Yep, maximum ammo, maximum ammo. Everything has maximum ammo. Okay. Now we can pick up more money. Great news. They really could use some more actual, you know, hit animations so I could know that I was actually hitting that dude. That would be real helpful. All right. Where else was... Well, I guess we can get another boost there. This just didn't do anything, right? There was no, like, you need a key. I found lots of coins. I'm really not a fan of these, like, fake shadows. I don't know if that was done to try to improve performance, but, I don't like it. I'm assuming it was done to improve performance, because I can't think that they thought that this was actually a good... Oh, no. Oh, no. You need the purple key. Okay. There's, some unfortunate, racism in this game that's occurring that I don't appreciate either. There's some, poor, depictions of native cultures going on that, I can't really get behind. You know, with all the ammo for this, I guess I better use this. Where are we not gone? Where are we? So beyond the, horrendous controls and extraordinarily racist portrayals of native island cultures, the actual gameplay here is all right. It's nothing especially interesting or good, I guess, but it's also, it's not horrendous. I have to remember where the hell that was that I needed that. Was that here? Yes. What is that? I got a water gun. If I walk into water, does it refill my water gun? It sure does. It's great news. Does my water gun... I can't tell if that actually did damage or not, to be honest with you. So, we're just gonna go back to the rifle that we have nearly infinite ammo for. Yeah, like the level design is not especially overly confusing, but there aren't really much in the way of like secrets or interesting set pieces or anything like that. It's just kind of there.
Mojo.
So, yeah, I'm not... We got a lube gun? What the holy hell is happening in this level? Do I fill this with water? Nope, it just refills my water. I guess that makes sense. That also appears to be locked. We're just gonna go back to a normal ass gun for the time being. That door also appears to be locked. What are the green dots just the blood, like the dead enemies? I can't tell. Am I going backwards now? I got turned around. That one's also locked. Just like all the others. That one just leads me back into that same ass in a room.
Mojo.
Old, we need to go back to the center room to pick up that raincoat. We're clearly not nearly well protected enough. We need a raincoat to save us. Okay. See what's behind this door. That's the wrong button. Oh no. I think we've made a full circle now. I got a red key. I don't know that I've seen a red door yet. Have we been this way? Let's see. Great, we can't even see the whole map in a single screen. Okay. Let's go back in here. I need the green key. Okay, success. Don't know what that did. Let's go backtrack a bunch and find out. Oh, that seems promising. We don't need anything else in this room. All right, we have the blue key now. Was that this one, maybe? Fuck, you walk so slow. Green key. Sorry. My mistake. Ooh, where? How did he get behind me? Okay, not that one. As level design, like, it's not bad. It's not, you know, anywhere near as frustrating as the levels we played in many other games. It's just very mediocre. Everything about this is just not unique or special or, you know. Is this an enemy or is this just a random skull? Are these all okay? I don't think any of those actually are things that I need to worry about. Okay. That's real weird. This game's weird. Oh, other way. Nope, not this one. Not that one. This one? We go on this one already? Yes. And in this one. Pretty sure that just leaves this one. And this one's not open. Alright. Well. Now what do I do? Zoom out. What have we not discovered here? I don't see anywhere on this map that is not filled out. With the, like, obviously the area behind the purple door. But beyond that, everywhere looks more or less complete. In the bottom left-hand corner, there looks to potentially be somewhere to turn off. So we're gonna go there. How do we, let's see, which way am I facing? Okay. I'm sure this is the right way. See, down there in the bottom, potentially looks like this could be open now. Yes, okay. Did I kill him? No. He just didn't feel like firing at me. Again, it should be noted that I'm playing on easy mode. I did not realize it would be this easy when I chose it. Nor was it this easy till I dramatically increased my mouse speed. What does this do? Let's assume it opens that last door. Is that this one? Nope. 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 Even the run speed is slow. Here it is. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh, what have we not opened now? There it is. Top right. No, top left. Keep turn. Here, go. Swear if that doesn't work, we're moving on to a new game. Game will get ranked as is. Patience has reached its conclusion. Is this the one? Yes. I got 37% of the stuff because I didn't need it. This is a game that in the future we may or may not play. As part of this series, because I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to be including it, called Painkiller. You guys might be familiar with it. It was a retro-style shooter from the mid-2000s that had very impressive visuals for being a retro-style shooter. Fine, we're just gonna... Nope. Okay. I was like, we gotta try it. If we could look down, then that would be different, but we don't. I'm sorry, did we not just, like, load with where we were? We have to, like... I gotta test this again. Okay. Good. I was gonna be like, if this save does not in fact save the weapons we have, then why even offer a save function? Seems the load function just did not work correctly the first time. I'm gonna assume that's lava and it's gonna kill me if I touch it. Who's shooting me now? This fog or whatever it is especially frustrating when what the fuck is going on? What the hell did I just fight? I can't even see what enemies I'm facing. I heard the guy's laugh. He's around here somewhere. He's shooting me now. There he is.
Mojo.
Jesus, those guys take a lot of health. A lot of hits. They have a lot of health. Oh, I found a secret. I actually found a secret. It was so obvious, though, that I just immediately found it. Like, the entire wall was a different color texture in such a way that it made it incredibly clear what I was looking at. So, wasn't a good secret, but it was a secret. I guess that indicates that there probably were secrets on other levels that I missed. It's good to know. Take that into account in our rankings, however slight. Nope, that's the secret. We don't want to go that way. I don't know what way we do want to go, mind you, but... Oh no, that was the secret. This is another random path in a void. Like, what is this meant to be? Where are we? Okay, we've restored our health and armor after fighting several dudes who did not want to die to bullets. I was gonna say, I don't think this is backwards. I just don't have any enemies in this area. Whoops. It's definitely lava. I think video games have ruined the public's perception of lava. People now think you can stand next to it and not just, you know, burn to death instantly. But lava is extraordinarily hot. Just being in close proximity to it is enough to kill you. You don't need to touch the lava to burn to death. You just need to be near the lava. It is molten rock. It is extraordinarily hot. The heat it gives off will kill you, whether or not you are directly physically touching it or not. Same way you do not have to directly physically touch the sun, because it too is molten rock and gas and other things. But point being, you do not actually need to touch those things to die. You just need to get close enough. So, yeah. Pretty much every video game and movie has lied to you forever about how, well, I don't know. How this lava stuff works. This is a bad level. Earlier I was saying the level designs were bad. This is bad. Like, it's not frustrating or necessarily even confusing. It's just going along a bunch of twisty corridors with no real purpose. And occasionally finding one enemy to fight. There's also so far been like 3... Oh, shit. It's this dude. Hold on. We need to switch over to our rockets or our flamethrower or something. We need to kill this race caricature again before we can move on. Shit. This is Flea. We did it. Forgot to save. That's unfortunate. Now we have nothing but this pistol. And one rocket now. Well, I think thanks to my forgetfulness to save, that's going to have to be Island Peril. Right? Okay. Let's turn that off and go back to the list. But first, let me see how many times I have to hit this to make my mouse work normal again. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Let's rank Island Peril. We played, I don't know, what was that, 5 levels of that? I don't know how many levels there are. Let's break it down. On the positive side, the gunplay is okay. It's nothing amazing, and some of the hit reactions on those racist flying skull enemy things were a bit lacky. But overall, decent gunplay. Better than a lot of the other games we've looked at. Level design was at the very least not confusing or frustrating, but it was very boring and suffered from a distinct lack of enemies and lack of interesting scenarios and puzzles to solve. You were just kind of going through the motions. So overall, I'd say like the biggest downside to the game is just how boring the whole thing was, just how rote it was. Even for 1995, you know, we've looked through, you know, a good 50 of the 54 games, maybe let's call it 45 if we want to be generous. These games were released by the time this game came out, and almost all of them had more going for them as far as interesting premises and settings and weapons and such, as opposed to Island Peril. So that's a pretty solid negative in my mind, alongside the really racist island culture caricatures that I really don't appreciate, and the really short draw distance that saw enemies firing at me from outside of my field of view, and the poor controls that I got working how I like, but only by utilizing modern hardware that wouldn't have existed at the time. So yeah, that's a lot of negatives. That said, it's not broken in the same way as our, let's say, you know, games at position 50 down, right? Those games are just not functional. Or something like Death Mask here, which is, you know, not even a full 360-degree movement game. Same with Terminator 2029. And so Lethal Tender is another example of a very rote, basic shooter that I think is perhaps even worse than this. It had a lot more confusing elements to it. Depth Dwellers. Depth Dwellers was the one where you had to rescue the hostages, and it definitely had more interesting visuals, and that hostage rescue component was at least different. I don't know that the gunplay was as enjoyable in Depth Dwellers, but it wasn't that far off. I might say that this is as far as this goes. I might say that this is one step worse. Oh my gosh, can't talk. Than Depth Dwellers, so it might be our new number 43, replacing Lethal Tender. So, here we have it. Our new number 43, Island Peril, bringing our total game number up to 55. All right. Our next game today is going to be another of Capstone's brilliant output. Since we could not do Tech War, I did get Witchaven working, something that we tried to look at in a previous episode. If you're watching this on YouTube, you probably didn't see that part because I probably just deleted it from the archive, but hold on. Let me get so you can see it. There we go. All right, so this is Witchaven. This is running in build GDX. So we've already played, I think, 1 or 2 games in this build engine format. This is loud. Hold on, let me see how is this loud for you guys? Actually isn't, it's just loud for me. Hold on. Let me turn my volume down. Leave it set for you guys. All right. Let's see if all of my options happen to stick. Yes, great. Okay, cool. We can just get right into it. All right. This one is hard, so we are gonna go too easy again, but this one should be more challenging. All right. So, this is Witchaven by Capstone, the pinnacle of entertainment software, as they like to say. Makers of previous entries, Operation Body Count and Corridor 7. This was their game after those. And you'll recall, we've looked at this, we tried looking at this before, like I said, but had some issues, so instead we are looking at it here and now. I forgot to correctly set the build GDX file. It was our issue. And so it forgot. What am I missing here? I always get so stuck at the beginning of this damn game. Oh, you can just open this. Okay. I could have sworn there was more to it than that, but maybe there isn't. The interesting thing about this is that it's not really a shooter, despite running and build and being made by a company that, outside of the Witchaven games, only made shooters. As you can see, my primary means of attack here are all melee based. There are non-melee weapons, so you've got your mace, you've got a short sword and a long sword, you've got your fists, and then I believe we'll get a crossbow, I want to say, eventually. And we'll also get spells that we can use. But yeah, your primary weapons are all primarily melee. So I debated whether or not to include this, but like outside of the fact that they're melee weapons, everything about this is about as Boomer Shooter as you can get. And I do think it's worth looking at least from the perspective of this being one of Capstone's most unique and interesting projects. Considering how bad all their other games are, I thought it was worth looking at one that was at least somewhat decent. I'm not going to say good. That would be going too far. It's not working. I could have sworn there's a secret door there. Maybe it's over here. Oh, you're alive. So there's weapon degradation in this, so eventually my Morning Star here is gonna cease to exist. That was really close. That is like a death pit. If you fall, that's very bad. Is it here? There we go. I knew there was a secret door around here. It's my pro Witchaven play right here. Here's my second pro strat. You go down here, you get a shield, you get a night vision scroll. Now we could use the night vision spell if we wanted. You walk around this corner here, and I believe it's... Oh, is this locked? Okay. So the different races of goblins, or whatever they are here, are gonna fight each other a bunch in this room. And they're all gonna get, oh, that was unfortunate. This fireball can do some real damage to me if I'm not careful, so... We need to make sure we get out of there. Oh, my mace has, reached the end of its life. It's actually, no, that's maybe too far. Okay. Right, get out of there. I don't have the means to fight him. And there we go. That's first level beaten. I skipped over like half of it, mind you. Because of that secret door. So. I should use a spell. We have 2 of these now. This, I think, makes me invisible, maybe? I don't actually remember. I assume that's what that does. Anyway, we should probably use our big boy sword for this one. Actually, we should, oh, that's not the right one. There it is. Remember what I set each of these things to. There's a surprisingly large number of controls in this game. Okay. Okay, that's how I have the spells changes set. I remember what I did. I put it to this. Okay. Sorry. There's a lot of... You have both potions and spells and weapons, so there's a lot of different things that you need to cycle through, and there's no inventory menu in this, so... we should switch over to short sword. So many of these guys, and so many of these fireballs. This is a bad room to be in. They'll kill themselves eventually, mostly. Help them along a little. They all dead yet? No. That was the wrong thing. That was also the wrong thing. Nope. Nope. That just does whatever potion I had it on. Alright, we need to... This one I had that set to do it only to health potions. Oh no. That was very close. That was too close for comfort. I drank the strength potion. Unintentionally, mind you, but I drank it. So, oh, that's not what we want. I think this is a game that is maybe overly ambitious for the level of control that existed for it at the time. Or they should have included just a, you know, inventory menu. Short sword is broken. And my normal sword is broken. Well, this has all gone terribly. Alright. Nope, that's not the one. Okay. Use these. Then we need to switch to this. And let's save. Then we need to use that. So that was a resist fire spell, which let me walk on that flame without getting, you know, all dead. Now we can grab one of these swords. We've gone that way already. So if we want, we can go this way. Got a new scroll spell thing. Yeah. Whoop. Oh, look, we found the bow finally. Great news. Okay, we have so many potions now. We're doing great. Can we pick up the arrow? No. That would have been a bit much to ask, huh? Let's go pick up their sword at least so we don't use all of our arrows. What do we got? Night vision freeze. That seems pretty valuable. Let's switch over to that. Ah. He's... Whoops. Missed. There we go. We were able to use some spells there. There are more health potions? Like, that's the end of the level, I'm pretty sure. Another health potion. Keep drinking this and get more health. Did none of you drop swords? Oh, alright, I guess we're using the mace. We should probably, use this before we, do this again. 'Cause that didn't go very well for us. Then switch over. Nope, that was not the switch over button. That's the switch over button. There's so many different buttons here. There's way, way, way too many buttons in this game. It's my primary complaint. Other than that, I think it's cool that they're adding, you know, all of this RPG stuff to what is ostensibly a shooter. I know we're not shooting too much here, but something that plays and is structured like a shooter. But it like has all these spells. Shield's been destroyed. I don't know what the pentagram does, I'll be honest with you. Nuke? That sounds, potentially dangerous. Oh no. Okay. Oh, still more. Alright, let's see if our open door... Well, I guess we don't... Do we really need those? That's all that's in there? What are those type of... Invisibility and cure poison? Not really. Let's just move on. Unless there's something good in this one, we can open this door. one has potentially some better stuff in it. Okay. We'll use our, let's see, nuke, scare, night vision, open door. And must attain 3rd level. Well, damn it. Okay. In that case, never mind. Uh-oh. There's also no reticule in this game normally. That was added with this port. You can turn this on or not, the reticule. That's a lot of creatures on that side of that door. Might be a case for our nuke spell here. Nope. 5th level. This isn't working out too well for me. At least that worked. Okay. Let's then use our... Nope, nope, nope. Use that. Use that. Okay, success. Jesus. Guess we're using the broadsword. Hero time. I don't know what that means. Okay, well, there's something behind there, but we can't open it. I believe that's where we started. Find door trigger. Okay. Guess we can use this night vision. Be able to see much more clearly now. Oh, why does this keep doing this? Success. Yeah, I enjoy this game. I don't know, maybe some people would find this not that interesting, but I like the amount of complexity it has, and like I said, I like the RPG elements and all that. I think they're neat. Whoops, it's not the right one. I wanted to do this to give myself more night vision so I could see. Thank you. I can use my open door scroll. I made it to a level whatever it is I needed to. Who is hitting me? Using multiple potions and things at once has maybe made it a bit too bright. There we go. Better. Where are we trying to go here? What's the point of this room? Found it. Purpose of the room was to beat the level. Great. Let's use my... Nope. What else do we got? Fly, fireball. That should, Nope, can't use that. We know we can't use that. We can scare them. Whee! You don't stand a chance against me. Got another ring. Still don't know what it does for me. Made all the bats afraid of me and they ran. Good plan, right? Nope. Oh, it's not this one, that's this one. Alright. Let's see what's behind door number 3. This is very weird. How do I open this one? I'm getting raided, guys. Chainsaw Commando's here. He's raiding me. I saw. What did you? What you told me? You told me what class you were playing as. What did you say you were doing? I pretty much played shotgun characters for all the Mass Effect games myself. Very enjoyable. Do I have any other weapon? I'm not going to waste that for that. Alright, we're daggering these barrels to death, guys. I assume you were playing on the hardest difficulty because you're you. I'm fairly certain I beat Mass Effect 2 with a shotgun. Though I'm pretty sure it was... Maybe this was Mass Effect 3, but I think it was 2. There was like a pre-order bonus shotgun you could get. That was real good. Shot like 2 shots, but it like destroyed everything in like 1 hit. At least on normal difficulty. So that's basically what I used the entire game. So I basically started with it and never changed weapons. Oh no. Well, damn. I don't remember how far. This was the beginning of the level. Man, I really should have saved more. I totally missed those spikes this time. First time I've done that. I also missed this flight thing. We didn't even go up here last time. I clearly was doing a terrible job last time. My god. What is wrong with me? Oh, it was Vanguard I played as, definitely. No, like, my whole plan was to pretty much... I had the skill that you, like, yeah, the Eviscerator. That's the one. That's the one. That's what I used. That's what I was a Vanguard with the Eviscerator. That's how I played Mass Effect 2. It was pretty great. I quite liked it. I don't think I used in... Yeah, it like basically destroys almost anything. I don't know on the hardest difficulty how long it would take, but I know on the standard difficulty... Yeah, no, I use incendiary ammo pretty much. And like I said, on the standard difficulty, it just wrecks everything. And so that was pretty much my entire playthrough of Mass Effect 2 and 3. Mass Effect 1, I didn't use a shotgun because you didn't have the... They had like a like a teleport forward, like into combat move in 2 and 3 that they added, I think. See, I don't even think I used barriers in Mass Effect ever. I feel like I played mainly armor characters. Maybe I had a barrier. I think a Vanguard can get a barrier, but I don't remember if I used it. Oh, you're saying for their barriers. Well, damn it, I forgot to switch my sword. Man, this game's trying to trick me to jump into this pit of spikes. Let's save this time before we jump over the pit of spikes. Got it. Okay. Trying to think if I used Samara a lot. I don't know that I did. I don't remember what characters I rolled with primarily. That was 2, right? Or is that 3? Or is that both? It's been such a long time since I played the Mass Effect games. I should play them again. I did the same thing again. God damn it. God damn it. Jesus, have I gotten enough levels to use this yet? Nope. How about this? I can use this. I don't need to use that. What is this? Freeze. Can I use this? There we go. It says punch you now. There we go. Okay, great. Success. Let's see what this does to me. Nothing. That was disappointing. Alright. My health is flashing. Am I poisoned? Where's my cure poison? Alright, let's not this time jump into the spikes here. Let's open the door from the side, maybe? Maybe we just don't want to go here at all. Let's just move on. Mass Effect was a great series. One day, they're going to make a series as good as Mass Effect again. But, that day's not today. See anyone else? No. Okay, let's see if I can use Fly yet. Where's that Fly? Okay, we got the key. Are we done with Fly? No. EA CEO sucks. Has for a long time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We made terrible decisions. We need to... Where's our... We should have one more flight scroll. Okay. Oh, I attained 4th level. I can finally use Fireball. This is great. Oh, we've gotten an even better ring. I don't know what... They don't tell you your stats anywhere in this game, so I don't actually know what these rings do for me. But surely that ring is better than the ring I had before. Oh. Oh. Well, that was a disappointing result. Okay. Let's do that again. Jeez. Just horrify me. There's a hell of a lot of stuff going on in this area. Okay, let's walk this way. I got the shadow amulet. Don't know what that is, but I got it. Oh, I see. It's made me invisible. Permanently invisible? Is that what has happened to me here? Like for the rest of the level, maybe? Or just like forever? Because that would be great. What does this do? I got an ornate horn. I don't know what that does either. Alright. What do we got here? It's another one of... Whoa, no. Why did we go in here? You know, it's pretty weird that just randomly that blue face just shows up out of nowhere and tries to attack you. Don't know why. Doesn't tell you. Just does it. Is there a dude in here? We didn't get the pentagram, did we? That was the other save when I died. Damn it. Okay, we're going back. way was that? Was that this way? Oh, no. Okay, seems we got everything of note in this room. Um, 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 um. Nope. All right, let's switch over. Whoops, I missed it. I don't get it. I was flying. I thought it was gonna be fine because I was flying. It turned out that flying does not save you from that. The Amulet of Mist. Do you think that will allow me to pass through here without dying? Let's save and try. Nope. Not the right button. Alright, let's look up through our spell list here. We've got Fireball, Nuke, Scare, Freeze, Magic Arrow, Open Door, Fireball. That's it. Okay. None of these seem like they're gonna get me to this thing. I'm also out of, you know, flying, so we're just gonna have to use Resist Fire Potion and hope for the best. Drink another one just in case. Is there something I've missed? Maybe I have to get that. Let's put... Got another Shadow Amulet. Still nothing in here, though. Nothing here seems to have any effect. But I need to get that pentagram before I can actually exit the level. I'm kind of at a loss here. I don't even know how I'd get back over there, to be entirely honest with you. I'm gonna do something else stupid here. Notice how this looks slightly different over here? Is there like a... Nope. It's like, I can't make it back up here. As far as I know, there's no other path up. Well, we may have reached the conclusion of our playthrough. I might be out of ideas on how to progress any further than this. Yeah, item needed, I know. But how do I get the item? That's what I need to know. But if you could tell me how to actually do that, that would be great. I'm just looking at this map, trying to think of anything else I could have potentially missed. I don't see anything. Well, I guess that's gonna be Witchaven. Time to rank it. Alright, so that's Witchaven, the third Capstone game on our list. Currently, the lowest rated Capstone game is Operation Body Count, ranked second to last here at position number 54. And then, where is Corridor 7 here? Much higher up at, well, position number 22. It's still not great, but significant improvement. And like I said, I think Witchaven is maybe my favorite of the Capstone titles. There's also Witchaven 2, which we'll look at some point in the future. But outside of Witchaven 2, I think Witchaven is my favorite of their titles. We, of course, still have Tech War to look at as well, but I expect that to end up somewhere around here as well. So, I think this is probably going to be their highest rated title for me. To compare it to another fantasy magic-based shooter, I think it's a lot more interesting than Graven. I think it has a lot of similarities to Cybermage. Is not better than Cyclones. I don't think it's... Shrine is another fairly similar one, but a modern take on it. I don't know that it's better than Shrine. So I think we're either talking number 18 or 19 here. I think I'm going to put this right under Cybermage. So it is going to be our new number 19. Witchaven. Update. All right. Our new number 19, Witchaven. All right. What did I have next? Hold on. That's Island Peril, Witchaven. Okay. Next up, and probably last for the day, though this is kind of going to be two games in one. See if we can get this launched, and hopefully this will work. We have Skynet / Terminator Future Shock. These are both, of course, Terminator games based on the James Cameron series, and notably, they both are they're both Bethesda games, and both pre Todd Howard. So very early Bethesda games. So Terminator Future Shock is the first one, and then Skynet was the follow-up. But Skynet made a bunch of technical improvements under the hood, and so if you have Future Shock installed when you install Skynet, they basically combine into one game. So this one Skynet launcher should get us both Future Shock and Skynet. So we'll be looking at both here as one. This is a really interesting game. This is, I think, one of the most fascinating early shooters. This is, again, the System Shock version is from 95, and then Skynet is 96. So this is the same year we've been looking at, more or less, for everything. But this is not running on any sort of updated version or anything like that. This is still the base version of the game as you would see back in the day. So this is full mouse support. I'm going to go into the options here to see if we can look at the controls here. So this is a fully adjustable controls menu. I can adjust all the different controls, and as you can see, I can adjust it so that it has modern controls. This is WASD I've turned this into. I have spacebar is jump, shift is run, C is crouch, like all of your standard stuff. The mouse control is just standard ass, normal, modern day mouse control. This is, for all intents and purposes, controls like a modern ass video game, and all I had to do was adjust these from arrow keys to, well, these two from the arrow keys to WS, and this from whatever they had, Alt or whatever it was, to A and D, and that was it. And then this was played like a modern ass video game. So that is incredibly impressive to me. And then detail wise, we are gonna switch over to this. So in the original Future Shock, not in Skynet, you only had the 320 by 200. The 640 by 480 option was added in Skynet, so that's one of the, and some of the additional visual effects as well as some of the bugs and stuff were ironed out. So that's why we're going to be looking at it like this. But as you can see here, we can play Future Shock, or we can just play one player game, which will bring us into Skynet, but we'll start with Future Shock. Let's see if making this slightly bigger might help make it a bit clearer on your guys' end. The cutscenes are heavily compressed because this was 2 games on 1 CD. We're lucky that we even have cutscenes. If we had gotten Future Shock initially on its, floppy disk version, there would have been no cutscenes like this at all. So we already, our call sign will be, Soul. Get to the Tiki Grand Hotel, get to the office building behind the hotel, and use the Resistance car to escape. All right. There are hunter-killers here. Let's begin. Okay, here we are. So, like I said, without any sort of additions, this plays more or less like a modern-ass video game. It also is, unlike almost any other shooter level design at the time, or really since, this is very much a Bethesda game. So we're going to be walking around this decrepit, destroyed landscape of the future here, picking up resources as we go, and occasionally encountering enemies. And you'll notice that these enemies, in fact, happen to be polygonal, which I think is a first for the series. Like, you know, it's a Bethesda game. Do you think I can kind of climb up that? I kind of can. If I wanted to break this, potentially. I could have tried climbing up that. That would have been stupid. But I could have. Probably would have maybe worked. It's, at the end of the day, this is still a Bethesda game. Like, I'm fairly certain, yeah, I can climb just straight up this. Well. Do we think I can Uzi down a hunter-killer? Yes. The answer is yes, I can. I think that hunter-killer's got nothing on me. I should not have done that. What do I have grenades as? There we go. Why do I have them as that? What did I guess that kind of makes sense. Okay. Believe, yeah, there's this whole crazy map thing, which unfortunately doesn't actually work in these days. There's a patch, I believe, that fixes it, but I didn't feel like installing it, so it was not working how it should. So we're not going to have a map, but the map is like this crazy thing that like shows the entire world, more or less. Is that another hunter-killer? It's too far away to actually do anything to me, so... Ow. That truck is gone now. I blew that truck to hell. Yeah, I think this is one of the most impressive releases Bethesda's ever done, to be honest. Like, the idea that in... that 1995, the same year as pretty much, you know, over 2/3 of the games on our list, and the rest are earlier, but you know, 2/3 of the games on our list were released in this year. And the only time we've had controls like this has been if I've added some sort of modern day wrapper. The fact that this is just working by default like this is incredibly impressive. The visuals are, you know, rough, but the fact that we have polygonal enemies, we have more or less an open world for us to explore. Yeah, there's just so many crazy things that they managed to achieve here. It's just really damn impressive to me. I don't know. There's also, like, driving. We're going to a car, and we're going to drive the damn car. I nearly got stuck because it's still a Bethesda game. Okay, we're doing pretty well. One of these cars is the car I'm trying to get, is it? Whoops. That wasn't the right thing to do. I hit it with the grenade. I was trying to hit the use key, but I forgot what I had the use key assigned to. And so I blew it up instead. I happened to be right next to it, so it didn't go very well for me. Let's... Come on. Ah. Oh no. Some more ammo, because I'm pretty much full on ammo. No, it's armor and health. That I can use. Heard something. I don't see it. Oh. Found it. Right, and like the destructibility of the environments, like this is a crazily ambitious game for 1995, and the fact that it more or less works is kind of shocking, and also I feel like puts into sad perspective where Bethesda is technically at the moment. Not that Starfield is a bad looking game, but for a company that was at one point at the very absolute forefront of video game technology, it's a shame to see that they have not managed to maintain that position over the years. That was maybe a bit too much. Imagine if you could destroy hunter-killers with a single Molotov. You wouldn't need John Connor. Just murder the dudes. That work? No. Is there a use key? Hold on. No, right? I'm not seeing a use key. Ah, throw and use are the same thing. Okay. So, if I am not supposed... you see, like, if I throw... Can I quick save? Do I have a quick save? That's not good. Run! Great. I switched my Molotovs, so now I should be able to use this without blowing myself up. Fortunately, it's not something I can use, so it was not worth it. Now how do I switch back? There we go. Success. Unfortunately, they're using the F keys, which I also use to change scenes, so if I have to change that again, you might again lose the footage for a second. Hopefully we'll never have to use anything but Molotovs ever again. Where? Oh, it's up here. The game really seems to want me to go inside of that hospital. That's not good. Oh no. Oh no. All that armor I was collecting, destroyed. And now I'm going in circles. I just don't know what to do at this point. Like, that's the hotel. I went in it. There's nothing there. Okay. Nothing I can interact with there, so let's load back before I lost even more of my armor. I feel like there must be some button I can press or something, right? To make this something happen here. Man, mailboxes are explosive. I have beaten this level before. I just don't remember how to do it. I might need to go down here. Let's go down here. Oh, nope, nope. That was the part where I got radiation poisoning and nearly died. That was where I got all that stuff, but I don't need to be there anymore. Let's see if it showed me my mission briefings again. And gave me any more detail on what the hell I was supposed to be doing, because I am at such a loss at this point. Again, I've done this before. I know I have. And I feel like the answer to this is that you're supposed to power on this elevator. I just don't remember how to do that. That's what my memory's telling me. Can't tell if that's actually working or not. Is that going over this? Yes. There we go. Got it. I knew that there was some sort of solution to this. Oh no. Gonna try to get on that, but clearly I should have killed this dude first. Let's just make sure that Nothing sneaks up behind me. What is happening? I've been badly injured in this fight. Okay, we're gonna save to a different save file because we've lost a hell of a lot of health. And try to make our way along. Oh. Nope, 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 you can do it. Nope, if we fall, we're gonna die. Yep. Okay. Oh, that's also not good. This is not the result we wanted. Okay, we can do this. No, we can't. See, that's that was the briefing. Let's reload our save now. But nope, nope, come on. You can do it, game. You can do it. No. We were so close. Nope, nope, other way. Nope, nope. Man, imagine if I was playing this on an actual... Oh my god. Old computer where it took like 5 minutes for this to load every time. I'd have lost my fucking mind. Matt. We're gonna do this. Clearly, we're not doing it. Alright, let's move on. I give up. How do I make this door open? Maybe it's not possible. Maybe that door doesn't open. I'm trying so hard to remember. I feel like there's a switch you have to flip somewhere to power on that building. I just don't remember where it is. It is going well. We're still in 2003. We have gotten through not too many more games since last you saw. I haven't done a ton of episodes because they've been dramatic. Oh no, oh no. They've been dramatically enhancing the Xbox emulator Zemu a lot, so I was waiting for them to get, hopefully, maybe, possibly have Otogi, I don't know how to pronounce it, actually functioning for me to do that before I continue. They're nearly there. It more or less works. It's just the character has no textures on him right now, but everything else works. Yeah, it's a great game, and I really wanted to include it. And like I said, they have, like, the enemies all have textures now, which they didn't before, and there's no, yeah. It feels like if I can't, I feel like I have to do that one, but, and they're nearly there. Like, at the start of the year, it did not work at all. Now it works more or less flawlessly outside of the fact that, no, that is, I'm going alphabetical order, so that will be right after Otogai. I really wish I knew how to pronounce that word. I'm out of ideas. I don't know how to get past this. We're gonna look it up. Pausing, guys. I'm looking up how to actually progress, because I'm stuck as hell. Yeah, Sands of Time, I was originally going to do the Xbox version, and that does run fine on Zemu, but the water the water rendering is entirely messed up in such a terrible way that I couldn't manage. What has happened? Oh, they're just like giving a little. Oh, I guess Todd Howard was here for this. I am stand corrected. This is Todd Howard's first Bethesda game, I guess. Interesting. Uh, no wonder I'm stuck wandering in circles in a nightmarish post-apocalypse. Sounds like a Todd Howard game, right? Huh? 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 Uh, Terminator Future Shock. What? There's no guides on GameFAQs. Okay, I'm gonna look at a full walkthrough here on YouTube. Wait, sound on. Right, we did that. Blowing up a bunch of robots just like we did. Wait, hold on. How did he do? What? Oh, come back. Right, that's what we're trying to get to. Okay, let's see how he does this. Murdering a robot. Still murdering robots, as you might expect. When he hit the door, he just walked through the door. There's something he did before this that I missed? Looks like he just walked through it and then just walked through the door when he got to it. He just walked through the door. That's how he did it. Jump, slide, fire, activate, F. How about that? Think that works? It's F. That's the one. That's the button I was missing. God damn it. I knew it wasn't this hard last time I did it. I just forgot which button I'd pushed. Ah. All of everything blows up in this world. It's great. Jeez. Okay. Might be the first annoying flying enemy in a video game. Right there. Saw it here first. Alright. Do we want to be stupid and go down here? Or do we want to go up here? Let's get this armor first, at least. I feel like we should... Okay, let's save again. Okay, that was pretty useful. How do we get out of here, though? Oh, no. Oh, no. Like, no music? It's pretty spooky. Like a lot of tension building there. We did it. Made it to the roof. Alright. Where is the building I'm supposed to be walking to? There it is. Oh, man. I just got all my Molotovs back. Great. Should have shot him before, but I didn't. Oh well. He's like floating through the building. We did it. It's not working at all. We're stuck. We're stuck. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Can't jump because I'm on the chair. But I can't go out any other way. Like I've been trapped here forever. It's going so bad, it's causing the frame rate to collapse. It's broken again. Hold on. See if there's a no-clip mode. Nope, doesn't work. Oh well. Alright, well, unfortunately, we're gonna have to load our last save. Right, we're not gonna go down there anymore, because that just ended up being dumb. We're just gonna move on. Great. Maxed out our health. Need to find the building again. Here it is. Okay. Let's save again, just in case. So far, so good. no. What have I done to myself? There's gotta be some way out of here. Alright, guys, you're gonna lose the feed for a minute, because the only way to switch grenades is with the F keys, and, actually, I wonder if I can change that. Hold on. Nope, I can't change that, so, you're gonna lose the feed for a second. Okay, I dropped a really big bomb. What you guys couldn't see, and still nothing. So, this is insane. Okay. This is why I created that save. Okay. And we need to remember this time we do not want to jump down here. That's a very bad decision. We just want to continue down this way, I think. Oh my. Everything's just blowing up all around us. Hell of a thing. There we go. Look, we're at the bottom. Good enough. Oh, we're not doing any of that. We're not getting stuck anywhere. We're getting out of this damn building. That's what we're doing. As soon as I figure out which one of these doors actually opens. There we go. Oh, no, not that way. Which... there it is. Okay. Thank you. Okay, let's do it. Alright. So yeah, as stated, now here's a driving section. It is open world, fully destructible. Not fully. Largely destructible open world. For a game released in 1995. North. I am headed north. That is where I'm going. I'm... I missed. I missed again. I feel like we're doing pretty well. And, you know, I'm driving with, you know, a keyboard, so it's not great, but, doesn't actually control bad at all. Makes me wonder why they didn't have driving in, Fallout. Ow. Whoa, this is in north. This is gonna take us into wrong territory. Not too much more north to go. Oh. West now. I wasn't keeping up with my instructions. Oh, it's not too much west either. I was going the right way the whole time. I just didn't read the updated instructions. It's on me. Keep going west. I'd really like not to die here. Turn right after the warehouse. Man, if only I knew what the warehouse was. This all looks identical to me. What's that? Okay, we're going. Mission failed, soldier. Restart mission. Begin. Thought I should save. In case something goes terribly wrong. Still north. Oh. Doing a lot better this time. Sorry for my quietness for a while. I was trying to focus and make sure we did not have to do it a third time. Just east. That's west. What are they talking about? It's the most east I can go. We've also gotten stuck again. This thing? Building looks promising. Is there an entrance to this building somewhere? Maybe here? No? No indication of what you actually want me to do or where to go. Just east. East is where I came from. I was driving west. The whole level is east of me. Goes south. Okay. You're driving me in circles. You know what? Screw it. Let's take a look at the actual Skynet. scout out the robot complex to the west. Reports have shown several convoys. Return to the base once you've discovered anything out of the ordinary. Okay. We have... No, we definitely do not have any plasma weapons.
HQ, searching for a way inside.
Oh man, voice acting in this one. So again, worth noting, now that we're playing the second game here, that the reason the first game looked more or less identical to this is because the visuals were upgraded to be in line with this one. That's why we are playing them both as part of the same game. So, if you had purchased this at the time of its release, it would not have looked as good as what we are doing, and it would have been not as functional. So this seemed like the best overall option, considering how shall we say non-functional Bethesda's games can sometimes be. It's a Pizza Hut. Ah, it's a Pizza Hut design, but a Dunkin' Donuts in actuality. Where am I getting shot from? Oh, jeez. It's like I'm an alien.
Looks like this truck is moving.
I snuck inside the truck to get inside the base.
HQ, I'm inside the complex.
Oh no, Terminators. That's not good. Yes, I just shotgunned a hunter killer. What do you mean that's not part of the fiction? Do you not see the part in the movie where he did the thing? And the hunter killer blew up from a shotgun blast? Getting shot from behind somewhere. Trying to collect ammo. Leave me alone. So what you're telling me is everything blows up except for the barrels with the toxic nuke logo on them. That does not. Okay, they're definitely nuclear. They are indestructible. That's all. Okay. Which way do we start? That way. We want to go the other way. We go in here? No. We go in here? No. Wow, the whole game just crashed. Well, okay. I guess that is enough Terminator anyway. Let's put it to the rankings. Alright, so I think before doing this, I was debating whether we were going to rank these as two separate or just one, but I think after playing a bit of both, they seem close enough to just rank them as a single entry and consider Skynet kind of an expansion. So this will be under just Terminator Future Shock, and then, yeah, like I said, we'll consider Skynet an expansion to it. So, let's talk about it a little. On the positive side, you have a game that is technically incredibly advanced for its time. You've got polygonal enemies, you've got destructible environments, you have a very large open world, you have driving sequences, I believe there are flying sequences even later. Just a huge amount of depth and a huge amount of content available for a shooter at the time. You also have a great use of the Terminator license. Everything feels very authentic and fits within the fiction. They've given you a ton of different weapons, given you a decent selection of enemies. So yeah, just a ton of really positive things there. On the downside, the enemy AI leaves a fair bit to be desired. The visuals, while technically impressive and fitting of the theme, are all kind of one note, which is, It's not entirely their fault, but it is what it is. It's a fairly boring environment to go through once you've gone through it a little bit. I also think the maps are a bit confusing and could use a bit more signposting to try to clearly direct the player where they need to be, since there aren't multiple potential objectives you could be headed towards like in Bethesda's later games. They kind of need some more direction there, I think, to push players towards what the actual goal is, since, if they never get there, they can't progress. There's nothing else to do. There are no side quests. There's no leveling here. There's no reason to just randomly keep exploring the same areas. So that's a problem. But beyond that, I think it's a very impressive game. I think the shooting itself is solid, not quite as solid as, let's say, the Doom games or Heretic or Dark Forces or Marathon. Like, I don't think this is going to be a... I was going to say I don't think this is going to be a top 5 game for us, but it's definitely not going to be a top 4 game. Let's put it that way. I don't think the shooting itself is good enough to warrant being a top 4 shooter. But here's the question. I think the shooting probably is somewhere, more in this territory than something above that. But does the technical achievements and the variety and just the ambition really push it above some of these other titles? I kind of feel like it has to. This is a tough one. I think in the end, it's going to be at least replacing Shrine 2 as our number 10. The question is, do I think it's better than the likes of Doom 2, I Am Sekuya, and Hands of Necromancy, which don't have nearly as much variety to them, aren't pushing boundaries nearly as far, but I think are probably a bit more enjoyable to play? I think based on how we're doing this, we've got to say that it is only our new number 10. Terminator Future Shock / Skynet. Okay. There we go. Our new number 10 is Terminator Future Shock. So, our first new top 10 entry in a couple, well, outside of Dark Forces. One of our first new top 10 entries recently. We also had, of course, Island Peril all the way down at 45, and in between we had Witchaven at position number 20. So, a solid batch of entries here this week, bringing us up to 57 titles in total. Hopefully, with next episode, we'll break the 60 mark. We have quite a few more games to go. Like I said, I'm going to try to get hold of a save file for the end of Tech War so that we can take a look at that when we rank it. Otherwise, we'll just have to pretend that we've looked at it when I rank it, and you'll just have not seen that part, which will be unfortunate, but I'm not playing through the entirety of Tech War. That is just not happening. And then we, like I said, still have Marathon 2, we have Witchaven 2, we have Quake, we have Hexen, and we have Shadow Warrior, all coming up, and then that will take us through kind of the next generation. There's some other more minor ones, but those are going to be the major next generation titles before we get into the first batch of polygonal stuff and some of the later, more complex sprite-based work. You know, when we'll be looking at Duke Nukem 3D, we'll be looking at Quake 2, we'll be looking probably at Hexen 2, and I don't know, got a handful of things to check out there. So we'll be looking at all that stuff. Like I said, I've been debating when we're gonna cut off stuff. Like, there's a lot of games that they don't necessarily perfectly fall into the boomer shooter mold, but they don't necessarily fall into the more heavily scripted shooter mode you see, like once Halo has been released. And so there's a selection of games there where it's going to be a tough call as to whether they are the more scripted story-based followers of like Half-Life and Halo, or are they the more boomer shootery, less story-driven games of prior, and they sit somewhere in between. So it's going to be a tough call, especially like ones I'm really struggling with, honestly, are going to be like the N64 games, like the Turok games and Rare's games. They kind of straddle the line there. They're not really that similar to something like Half-Life or Halo, but they're also fairly dissimilar to something like Doom or Quake. So I don't know where to include those, because I want to, once we're done with boomer shooters, well, obviously we can come back as new ones are released, but as we're done with the historical boomer shooters, I want to move into either like tactical military shooters, or your like more scripted sci-fi type shooter, and we'll see which we end up doing, or maybe do a bit of both. But yeah, I'm torn on where to place those N64 games. Also, like games like Sin that came out the same year as Half-Life did, that again are not quite Half-Life, but certainly more linear narrative, story-driven things than you would have seen with most other games of the time. So it's gonna be a lot of tough calls. And then of course there's the retro-ish shooters that are not necessarily technically retro like what we've looked at so far, but I mentioned Painkiller earlier. There's Serious Sam, of course. There are a handful of other more minor ones that came out in the 2000s that you could argue are boomer shooters, but just far more technically complex, but from a gameplay standpoint are very similar. So I don't know whether to include that set of games. There's only maybe 4 or 5 of them that I can think of, with boomer shooters, or with sort of your sci-fi fantasy style shooter that will start with Half-Life and go through Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare. So yeah, those are some things I'm thinking of, but we still got, good, I don't know, probably 50 games to go before we even have to start considering that. There's still a handful of stuff from 1995 and a decent number of games from 96 to get through sort of this first and second generation of shooters. Like your Doom clones and such. Yeah, that's gonna be our show for today. If you are watching on YouTube, thank you for checking out the video. Make sure to subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. If you are watching on Twitch, you can subscribe to my channel as well, or head on over to YouTube if you have missed previous episodes. They are all available there, as well as episodes of the 6th Gen Slasher Showdown and various other odds and ends. So be sure to check that out. Thank you everyone for watching. We will be back. Have a great evening.